Marmite Marmite is a British food spread currently produced by Unilever. Marmite is made from yeast extract, a byproduct of beer brewing. Other similar products include the Australian Vegemite, the Swiss Cenovis, and the German Vitamar. Marmite is a sticky, dark brown food paste with a distinctive powerful flavor, which is extremely salty. This distinctive taste is reflected in the marketing slogan, "Love it or hate it." Such is its prominence in British popular culture, that the product's name has entered British English as a metaphor for something that is an acquired taste, or tends to polarize opinions. 1. 2. The image on the front of the jar shows a Marmite French Marmite, a French term for a large, covered earthenware or metal cooking pot. Marmite was originally supplied in earthenware pots, but since the 1920s has been sold in glass jars shaped like the French cooking pot. A similar spread called Marmite has been manufactured in New Zealand since 1990. This is the only product sold as Marmite in Australasia and the Pacific, whereas elsewhere in the world the British version predominates. The product that was to become Marmite was invented in the late 19th century when German scientist Justus von Liebig discovered that brewer's yeast could be concentrated, bottled, and eaten. 3. 4. In 1902 the Marmite Food Extract Company was formed in Burton-upon-Trent, Staffordshire, England, with Marmite as its main product and Burton as the site of the first factory. 5. The byproduct yeast needed for the paste was supplied by Base Brewery. By 1907, the product had become successful enough to warrant construction of a second factory at Camberwell Green in London 6. By 1912, the discovery of vitamins was a boost for Marmite, as the spread is a rich source of the vitamin B complex, with the vitamin B1 deficiency beriberi being common during World War I. The spread became more popular. 7. British troops during World War I were issued Marmite as part of their rations. 3. In the 1930s, Marmite was used by the English scientist Lucy Wills to successfully treat a form of anemia in mill workers in Bombay. She later identified folic acid as the active ingredient. 8. Marmite was used to treat malnutrition in Sri Lanka workers during the 1934-5 malaria epidemic in Sri Lanka. 9. Housewives were encouraged to spread Marmite thinly, and to use it sparingly just now, because of limited rations of the product. In 1990, Marmite Limited, which had become a subsidiary of Bovril Limited, was bought by CPC International Incorporated, which changed its name to Best Foods Incorporated in 1998. Best Foods Incorporated subsequently merged with Unilever in 2000, and Marmite is now a trademark owned by Unilever. 10. Similar products. There are a number of similar yeast products available in other countries. These products are not directly connected to the original Marmite recipe and brand. The Australian product Vegemite is distributed in many countries, and Aussie Mite is sold in Australia. Other products include Osmite, which is made by Dick Smith Foods, Cenovis, a Swiss spread, and Vegix, an autolyzed yeast product available in the United States since 1913. 11. Usage. Marmite is traditionally eaten as a savory spread on bread, toast, savory biscuits or crackers, and other similar baked products. Owing to its concentrated taste, it is often spread thinly with butter or margarine. 12. Marmite can also be made into a savory hot drink by adding 1 teaspoon to a mug of hot water, much like Oxo and Bovril. Marmite is paired with cheese, such as in a cheese sandwich, and has been used as an additional flavoring in mini cheddars, a cheese-flavored biscuit snack. Similarly, it is one of Walker's Crisps flavors, is sold as a flavoring on rice cakes and Marmite biscuits. Starbucks in the UK has a cheese and Marmite panini on its menu. 13. Marmite has been used as an ingredient in cocktails, including the Marmite cocktail and the Marmite Gold Rush. 14. 15. 16. Manufacture. While the process is secret, the general method for making yeast extract on a commercial scale is to add salt to a suspension of yeast, making the solution hypertonic, which leads to the cells shriveling up. This triggers autolysis, in which the yeast self-destructs. The dying yeast cells are then heated to complete their breakdown, and since yeast cells have thick cell walls which would detract from the smoothness of the end product, the husks are sieved out. As with other yeast extracts, Marmite contains 3 glutamic acids, which are analogous to monosodium glutamate. Today, the main ingredients of Marmite are glutamic acid-rich yeast extract, with lesser quantities of sodium chloride, vegetable extract, spice extracts and celery extracts, although the precise composition is a trade secret. 17. Vitamin B12 is not naturally found in yeast extract, but is added to Marmite during manufacture. 18. Nutritional information. Marmite is rich in B vitamins including thiamine, B1, riboflavin, B2, niacin, B3, folic acid, B9, and vitamin B12. The sodium content of the spread is high and has caused concern, although it is the amount per serving, rather than the percentage in bulk Marmite that is relevant. The main ingredient of Marmite is yeast extract, which contains a high concentration of glutamic acid. Marmite is almost gluten-free. Citation needed. However, Unilever will not confirm that it contains less than 20 ppm of gluten. The current European standard and the proposed US FDA standard for gluten-free labeling. Citation needed. Marmite should be avoided if a person takes a MAOI antidepressant, such as phenelzine, Nadval, or tranylcypromine, Ponit, as yeast extracts interact adversely with these types of medications due to their tyramine content. 19. Marmite today is fortified with added vitamins, resulting in it being banned temporarily in Denmark, which disallows foodstuffs that have been fortified until they have undergone necessary testing. 20. The Danish Veterinary and Food Administration stated in 2015 that Marmite had not been banned in the country, but that fortified foods need to be tested for safety and approved before they can be marketed in the country. 21. In 2014, suppliers applied for a risk assessment to be undertaken, after which Marmite became available in Denmark. 22. 23. Marmite's publicity campaigns initially emphasized the spread's healthy nature, extolling it as the growing up spread you never grow out of. The first major Marmite advertising campaign began in the 1930s, with characters whose faces incorporated the word good. Soon afterwards, the rising awareness of vitamins was used in Marmite advertising, with slogans proclaiming that a small quantity added to the daily diet will ensure you and your family are taking sufficient vitamin B to keep nerves, brain, and digestion in proper working order. During the 1980s, the spread was advertised with the slogan "My mate, Marmite," chanted in television commercials by an army platoon. The spread had been a standard vitamin supplement for British-based German POWs during the Second World War. By the 1990s, Marmite's distinctive and powerful flavor had earned it as many detractors as it had fans, and it was known for producing a polarized love/hate reaction amongst consumers. For many years, TV adverts for Marmite featured the song "Low Rider" by War with the lyrics changed to the phrase "My mate, Marmite." Marmite launched a Love It or Hate It campaign in October 1996, and this resulted in the coining of the phrase Marmite effect or Marmite reactions for anything which provoked strong and polarized feelings. 26. On the 22nd of April 2010, Unilever threatened legal action against the British National Party for using a jar of Marmite and the Love It or Hate It slogan in their television adverts. 27. Because of the local product, British Marmite is sold under the name Marmite in Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand Marmite uses the name NZ Mite elsewhere. In Denmark, food safety legislation dictates that foodstuffs that contain added vitamins can only be sold by retailers which have been licensed by the Veterinary and Food Administration. 28. In May 2011, the company that